Good morning, my fellow YouTube bloggers. Today is my first blog on YouTube, and I'd like to actually discuss a post that I made on Facebook. Perhaps some of the more intelligent members among you may find it enjoyable to use. So here we go with our Facebook color. How do you look good when you haven't done your hair or your makeup? I think the answer is you don't. Anyways, back to my post. Sometimes, when you make shed of a number of people in your life, especially if they're all gotten rid of for the same or similar reasons, it's okay to think that it's not you, it's not your fault. Sometimes, you simply need to take out the trash. It happens to everybody. The same people, ironically, who off the bat call other people bad energy without taking the time to listen to anything the other person has to say, which is to say, without really taking the time to know anything about the other person. Ironically, those very same people they cannot and they absolutely will not bear to hear that they have any faults of their own. Now, don't get me wrong. They don't mind admitting their faults themselves. However, to hear their faults expressed in the mouth or in the words of another person it's unbearable to them, as though it were some kind of a long and pure hot shower of sulfuric acid. To themselves, however, they are beacons of positivity. They think that others, perhaps, do not have as complicated or as interesting a life as their own, and they fail to realize that why, everybody has an interesting and unique life. They just choose not to share that life with these unduly poisonous people. Because you see, most sensible people avoid being judged by harsh and critical persons whenever possible. And they will never share more than, "Hi, how are you? Fine, bye." These poisonous people never once realize that it's not others who are in need of drastic change, but it is they themselves. They cannot handle hearing the daily lives of others other than their own, I should say, because they're too negative to take anything with a grain of salt or to take anything constructively. Everything has to be sugar-coated. Such people perhaps need to lose not only their selfish and self-centric attitude, but also are in need of sore change themselves. They need, frankly speaking, a thicker skin. Now, as those more intelligent souls among you by now no doubt have already realized, I really could have simplified this entire long and wordy post into 2 very simple words. Oh, let me see, but that would rob you, the more intelligent viewer, of the opportunity of dedicating this post to less intelligent people, who often display the traits that I've discussed above. Why, such persons are apt to feel a glowing sense of importance at your dedication of this post to them, and all without ever once realizing that all you're really saying in simpler language is, fuck off. Thank you for listening to this morning's diatribe, and go dedicate this status to the moron nearest you. Happy Facesian Day. Tutu, ta-ta, tt.